It is Sunday afternoon, and I kind of dedicated this past weekend to plumbing. Well, I started downstairs, but kind of worked my way up here to the third floor, the sink at the top of the stairs. Let's show you what we got. Bunch of pipes down there. Boy, this thing was nothing but trouble from the word go. But, fix that. The drain. A big amateur mistake. When I put all these drain pipes in, was so careful. I forgot to pull the test cap off of the thing before I put all the stuff in. So the drain had nowhere to go. And so had to tear it all apart again, pull out the test cap and put in a coupling here. Now it works, dry as a bone. And then there was a supply line. I mentioned in a previous video that I had to replace the whole faucet assembly. And now it's all dry. And oh boy, the new faucet assembly. Well, the whole thing was missing. The other end of this hose was missing a gasket down on the other end. And after having installed the sink, I had to climb way back under there with a wrench and just fidget forever, putting in just a tiniest little gasket that somebody forgot to put in. Well, there's like a full day of messing around with plumbing there, and it's okay, done. It all works. Finished. Now I can work on turning that stuff into doors for that. So, having done that, we're going to work our way downstairs, and what do we see on the stairs is a whole bunch of glue and cleaners and putty and all that kind of stuff that we need to use for plumbing to make all this stuff work. That stuff's on its way to the basement now. I'm finally done with all that, and then we work our way over to the bathroom. This is where the lavatory, which I've been doing my darndest to get this thing hooked up. Well, this thing's been nothing but trouble for me. Ain't it pretty? Boy, just sitting there so nice. But, well, then there's all this stuff underneath. Okay, I'm going to turn the water on. Now, the supply lines I got zero problem with. When I turn the water on, now I got the hot going. And works just great. But you might note, boy, I bet it's already coming out. It's showing somewhere in here I got a drip. It's coming. Not yet, we'll get to it. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that drip, I got the cold water supply turned off right now. And where is it? Down there. Let's open it. Because, well, this thing's giving us trouble. All right. And I'm going to attempt to do this in one video. Can I rebuild a faucet? Here it is. We're coming in close. All right. Drip, 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 drip. No problem from the hot I showed you, but this cold water just drips. When I turn it off, it continues to drip. When I go down and close a valve, that drip should stop. Now what I need to do is rebuild this valve. We're going to try to do a valve rebuild video. Is that possible? All right, here we go. Now, first thing I got to do is pull off this cap, and then Boy, this thing was put on sloppy. I only got it. Okay, what I got is a Phillips head screw down here. That's got to be removed. And this thing's way loose already. I don't know what's wrong with this. Maybe it was put together sloppy in the first place. So there's that Phillips head screw I was talking about. And what do we got down here? This is a price fixer unit. They say these things are built for looks, built for life. Why is it leaking? I have no idea. What happens if I just put this back on? Whoops! That's a cap. Alright. Oh, that's not aligned. Gotta be here. Where'd it go? No, it's no good. I don't like that position. That's not right. But if it works, then we're going to go with it. This would be a miracle if this actually works. But we're going to see. Oh, tighten up the screw. Could it actually be that easy? We'll see. Still drips. Gosh darn it. All right. I do have a bunch of washers and stuff. I should be able to rebuild that, but oh golly, that's been how my weekend has gone. Not just that thing, but this whole drain assembly here. I think by now we probably ought to be able to see that it. Well, let's turn on the water. We're gonna see. There you go. Not yet. It's coming. What? Have I somehow cured my drain issues? Okay, I got a new tailpiece on order because the thing's been leaking, but now somehow after 2 days, it stopped leaking. How about that? Well, enough said.